everybody, welcome to Fungui's Kitchen. I have my friend Jim here, and we're going to do something kind of different today. We're not going to cook. Surprise! Well, we're still creating food, but we're not cooking anything. We're going to make Pico De Gallo. Did I say it right?
Pico De Gallo.
Pico De Gallo. Male, female?
I don't know.
Don't know. Okay. Pico De Gallo.
Probably male.
I was kind of anticipating salsa, but apparently when it's fresh, it's Pico De Gallo. Once you cook it, it becomes salsa. So we're going to make Pico De Gallo because fresh is always better, right? So Jim has been making this he always brags about it. He takes it to work. People just gobble it down at work. But he's far away. Well, not really. He's only 45 minutes away. But it's the wrong direction from everything. So getting him here is not easy to do. However, it's the holiday weekend. Yay! So he had the day off. Another thing that's rare for both of us. And he decided to help me by teaching me how to make Pico De Gallo. Because I've never made it before. So what we have is tomatoes fresh out of my garden. And I do mean fresh. We picked them literally and washed them right before we turned on the camera. That's how fresh they are. I did have to go to the Piggly Wiggly. Oh, we're going to grab the piggy. Grab the piggy. Let people see him. Went to Steinberg's Piggly Wiggly. And we picked up the peppers, the jalapeno peppers, the limes, the cilantro. I already had the onions, so that made it easy. But that is the ingredients. Onions. There's different kinds of peppers here. Jalapenos are the most popular, or prevalent. You call this a habanero?
That's a poblano.
A poblano.
Habaneros are the round orange ones.
Ooh, see, I'm learning other new things. How cool is that? Jim does not use green peppers in his. However, I have learned to like green peppers. And since most recipes do call for it, we're going to make two different batches. One his way and one a little
green peppers for the white boy.
Yeah, I'm not huge. The jalapenos are a bit much for me. Although I found out if you take the seeds out, it's not so bad. It's the seeds that give you that
seeds
the burn.
and the rib.
And the rib.
Which is the white part.
Which he's going to probably put in his.
He's Skippy.
Because if he's not sweating when he's eating, he doesn't like his food. It's just the way it is. All right. So, what do we need to do first?
Well, you dice everything up.
We dice everything up. Then what's this cool contraption for?
I prefer to use the posterizer type thing for chopping up the jalapenos. You don't want giant chunks because then it's beyond hot.
That would make sense.
So I kind of puree them a little bit so they're not so big.
Sounds like a plan. So we have a cutting board. It's a quarter the size of his cutting board at home. So we're not sure how he's going to like this too much. Although I suppose I could put two of them side by side, but that's not really going to make a difference.
No.
So what do you start off with? Tomatoes?
Yeah, I usually cut the tomatoes first.
All right, let's do that.
All right.
You know, we need the bowl over, probably.
Yep.
Obviously, we core it. Now, since these just come out of the garden, now we just had a record amount of rain. We had 5+ inches in the past 24 hours. All the tomatoes, all the cucumbers, all the peppers in the garden overgrew really fast. They split, they got holes in them. It's just really weird. But since you're chopping everything up anyway, you just cut the bad part off. If you go to a processing plant, that's what they do. Before they can their goods, they just chop off the bad part and get rid of it. It's really simple. You don't want to waste much, so you use the part that's still good. There's only small bad parts. Now, granted, we threw a few whole tomatoes away because they were whole. Hey, why did we get all blurry?
Because my hand went up and autofocus took over.
Yes, autofocus took over. I don't know if I like autofocus in this. We'll have to see how it looks like in the show. Hopefully it's not all screwed up in the show. Or there's a possibility that the upper camera will be more prevalent for this particular part of this anyway. So about how many tomatoes should we be using?
I don't usually count. It's like a ratio. About 50-50 onions and tomatoes is the way I like to do it.
I'm really surprised it's that much onion.
That's how I do it.
Okay.
And the Hispanics at work love it, so I must be doing it right.
Well, as people have learned, I am trying new things all the time, so I'm really looking forward to this.
That's why I grabbed the poblano. It's going to give you the pepper taste without burning your face.
Cool.
That one goes in yours.
Because it's got green in? Or the, oh no, the poblano does. Right.
Because it's not as hot.
You know, I was thinking I should probably grab another mat and start helping you.
It takes a while.
That would save some time here.
Mm-hmm.
And since I have more of these, we can move this out of the way. Actually, let's put this on the other side of you. I'll move it, just take a step back. There. Now I have room here. Yeah, that works out pretty good. Toss a couple meters over here. Ah, there it is. Perfect. Look at that. All right, here's a bad spot. Get rid of that. Okay. Man, these things are so fresh.
Very, very good.
Even the one that had green in the inside is very tender because they're so fresh. You know, a lot of times you buy the tomatoes at the grocery store, and even though they look fresh, they end up being pasty tasting. These are so fresh that even though we sharpened these blades before we started, a lot of this is smushing instead of cutting. Okay. I got a couple of big chunks in here, but that's all right.
Mm-hmm.
I know that when I go to my favorite Mexican restaurant in Delavan here, Hernandez, I have to get the mild sauce, not the baby sauce. I don't need the baby sauce, but I do have to have the mild sauce. And the first two bites that I take, you know, dipping the chip in there, I'm like, it's just hilarious. My wife laughs at me. But I do love it. Once I start eating it, it's fantastic. And I decided that in the near future, I'm going to attempt to make guacamole. I have found a location that has guacamole that is so good that I actually eat it all. I lick the bowl. Well,
Want a little hint, Scott?
Sure.
All guacamole is my Pico De Gallo with avocados.
Yeah, I have a sneaking suspicion that it's something like that.
That is what it is.
Oops.
Cilantro, onion. You can do without tomato. You don't have to have the tomato in there.
Oh, the tomato is everything.
But it's basically just Pico De Gallo with avocado. And it's you dice it a little finer.
It looks like we're going to end up using all these tomatoes. So give me some of the small ones. I'll work on the small ones. There we go. We also have cherry tomatoes. We ended up, because of the storm, I'm serious with how much, it's absolutely astounding how much rain we got here. We actually had water in our house again, which if you look at some of my earlier videos from during the winter of this past winter season, the ground was frozen and we got like 1.5 inches of rain. It had nowhere to go, so it was literally pouring in my back door. This isn't that bad, but it is enough that it is seeping through a low spot in the middle of our house in our laundry room. Oops, I just wasted a bit of tomato. Bad me. This is kind of fun. I haven't had two cooks in the kitchen before. Our first visitors, Ron and Lynn, that were here, they didn't do any of the work. They just listened and partook of the finished product and said it was delicious. Hopefully they've already made their comments. I have not checked because this was the holiday weekend, so I have not been in my office to check anything. Today is actually Labor Day. I know by the time this gets out, it's going to be the end of the week because I post my new videos every Friday. But we had so much rain. The Walworth County Fair, which is the largest county fair in the country, and I think it's the second oldest county fair in the country, I'm pretty sure they had it closed down today because...
when I drove by, there was people there, but the rides were not on.
Yeah, there's... I'm curious if the demo derby is going to be on tonight.
That would be fun, the mud.
Yeah!
And the grandstand area is covered.
That's correct. So I'm assuming that because the rain. Well, here's the thing. Right now we're in a lull. It is 5:30 in the afternoon here. We're supposed to not have any more rain for about 3 more hours. So hopefully that'll be enough time to get the demo derby off and people have some fun. Because of the flooding in the house, we did not get out of here today. We had to stay downstairs with the shop vac, sucking up the water as it came in to keep it from spreading. Because my computer from inside the house, the one that I game with, and again, if you've seen my channel, if you look farther down, you'll see my live streaming gaming. Well, technically, it's not live anymore, but it was when I was doing it. As a matter of fact, Jim also plays that game. Okay, this is looking pretty good. Now, I don't know how much this is going to change the flavor, but cherry tomatoes do taste slightly different than the bigger tomatoes.
Yeah, I usually use Roma tomatoes in mine.
Oh, see, now that's really kind of funny because that is prevalent, but I'm not a huge Roma fan.
Being part Italian, I love my Roma tomatoes.
Oh, of course. That's a spicy meatball. Okay. You know, I never realized how much work there was involved in making this stuff. This is a lot of prep.
When I make my large batch for taking to work, it takes me like an hour and a half to cut everything up.
All right, well, one of the things that most of your TV shows do is they pre-prep everything, but then they start like from scratch so you can see how it was done. And then they just bring out the pre-prep stuff because, you know, otherwise that's why. You'd be watching an hour and 45-minute show all about prep work, which I might edit some of this out. We'll see. Since they're talking and Jim's here, we might keep it. All right, think that's enough?
Yep.
Cool beans. And throw these away. Oops, I almost stepped on one. Oh, it's a whole tomato. I can save this guy. No, I'm not going to save him. I'm going to eat him. Mmm. So delicious. All right, what else can I do? I should probably rinse the tomato juice off of this.
You can rinse up the poblano and the green peppers.
All right. Well, I've done green peppers before, so this will be pretty easy. Got the top off. You know, I should probably move this out of the way so you can see. I'm not exactly sure if you're actually seeing me on the above camera or not. I think you're just focusing on Jim's work, but that's okay. I think I'm only going to do one of the green peppers. I'll save the other for omelets. Okay. Now, let's cut that. Try to avoid the seeds. Every once in a while you do get one that gets past you. It doesn't really hurt anything. I'm thinking, usually when you see these, they're chopped really tiny, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. Then you can just lay it down and go.
Is that too big or is that okay?
You're eating that one.
In other words,
that one's for flavoring, so it doesn't matter as much. It's not going to burn you.
Okay. Should I toss them in with the tomatoes?
Yep.
Oops. I'm being a pig. I know you guys like it. Try not to make too much of a mess here. Because obviously I have to clean it all up. I've been trying to get back into the habit of chopping properly by rolling your blade. I wish I had a little bit more space and the proper equipment. I still do not have a cookware or a cutlery sponsor. Of course, we're still also going to be working out of a house, so it's not like I'm in a studio kitchen where, you know, everything is designed properly. One more cut. There we go. Yeah, definitely one of these big green peppers is going to be more than sufficient.
And don't put the poblano in there, because once it's all mixed, I'll separate it so you can have your mild sauce.
Right.
Mild Pico De Gallo, and then I'll have the hot.
Sounds like a plan. Now what I was really kind of hoping to do is have my karaoke music in here and have Jim do Baby Got Back.
Oh, yeah.
That's how we met. I was doing karaoke at a bar in downtown Lake Geneva. He came in as a customer.
Elkhorn.
No, we met at Champs.
Yeah, but I did that dance on 2 seasons on a pool table.
But he came in wearing a neon blue zoot suit.
I still got it.
Which he still has, yeah.
And it still fits.
And it still fits, yeah. Nothing, yeah. Well, technically, everything from back then would be a little baggy on me because I used to weigh a lot more when I was doing this. I'm still big, obviously. I love my food. But he came in there and he signed up for the song "Baby Got Back," and I'm looking at this scrawny little, I guess the way the rappers would put it, scrawny little white boy. Getting ready to do the song, and I'm like, this is going to be hilarious. Yeah, he starts singing the song. He's flexing backward. He's got his arm behind him on the floor, doing that pelvis thrust up in the air. The crowd's going absolutely insane. So when he was all done, I hired him. So he, before the economy went to hell and my karaoke business went down to just 1 show a week, he used to do a lot of shows for me, but we stayed friends. Oops, I think I made that one a little bit too big on the end there. It's the problem with the curve.
I'm not fast, but you need to work on the knife skills.
I used to be a lot better, but I'm actually out of practice. I'm doing the show once a week, but not all of it requires the use of the knife. I have really, because of how busy we are, we eat out way too much, which is another reason why I like doing the show. It's giving me a chance to make fresh food for the family. See, I know how to roll my blade. Okay, that's done. Actually, that's still pretty good pepper here.
Yep, you don't get rid of that.
So far, so good. No slicing off the fingers. It's one of the things I mentioned in one of my earlier shows. Because I'm talking and I'm trying to teach people how to do stuff, I'm not as focused as you would be. So I don't want to slice my finger off. So I go a little slower than I used to. And obviously I'm doing the talking, not Jim, for the most part, so he can go a little faster than me and show me up, and I don't mind. All right, what else do we need? Cilantro, right?
This needs to be minced and put into a bowl. For you.
Okay.
Because I don't puree the poblano because it's not hot. So you don't have to worry about a big spot.
Do I need to slice this open and take seeds out?
Depends on how, if you want it hot or not. Cut off a piece and taste it.
Yeah, let's try this.
Because just like any pepper, the ribs and the seeds are the hot.
Right.
It's really the ribs.
Let's see what this looks like in here. Hey, that's kind of cool. There's not that many seeds in here.
No, it's not a hot pepper. It does have some heat, but it's not a hot pepper.
Right. Well, pepper, by definition, is a little bit of heat. Even your standard black pepper, you just put straight black pepper in your mouth, it's going to have heat. What are those, the ones that they have the contest that they eat them raw?
Don't know which lately, but the last I've seen was, they're called Cholokai peppers.
That sounds right.
It's the ghost chili.
Yes, that's it, ghost chili.
Over 1 million on the Scoville unit, where I think a jalapeno was only 8,000. A habanero, which is fire,
Right.
is like 40,000. And we're talking about a ghost chili at 1 million.
That's insane. This is kind of neat. The only bad part about them is you want these mints, which is really tiny, and with the U shape, that's going to be a lot of hard work. Yeah. Every time I do that, all my stuff flies all over the place. See?
You can also hold the front of the knife and do.
Well, it's kind of what I do, but.
Well, that avoids the slam down.
See, what I like doing is the rock.
Well, that's what I'm telling you to do. You're rocking it, but you're holding the point down so it doesn't come up at all.
Okay. Is that minced up enough or does it need more?
You're eating that one.
I'm eating this
That's
one.
why I told you.
Doesn't matter.
That's why I told you. No, don't put it in yet.
Oh!
That's for your mild sauce. Your mild pico.
All right. Well, some of it already went in there.
It's not going to hurt me, but that just leaves less for you. Which you probably don't mind.
Right. Well, of course, plus I have all the green pepper. Well, of course, you get green peppers too, but. I can tell he's doing onions. I'm starting to tear up.
I even rinsed them. These ones have lots of juice in them.
Oh my. Matter of fact, I'm going to take a step away a moment, grab a drink. Holy schmoly. All right. I still got to do this other pepper. Oh, the half, I mean. While I make it a little thicker than it needs to be. Okay. Do. Don't worry, I will edit some of this out because it's a lot of dead time during the prep work.
Realize how long this takes, huh?
No, I've never done this before. I usually either go to a Mexican restaurant or I buy a jar of pre-made stuff.
But
I knew that would get you.
when I was a kid, I used to love the Tostitos brand, medium salsa and chips. And now I just chop up my own.
Okay. Those are off to the side here. I suppose I should work on jalapenos now, or?
All you're doing with the jalapeno is cutting off the top and then cut it into chunks. Don't even have to open it.
Really? That seems like an awful lot.
You forgot what I told you in the beginning.
You want to burn your face off when you eat this?
No, prep work. what we're doing is going to put them in the osterrizer.
Oh, okay.
So you just need to make them small enough to fit in there.
What about the middle stuff?
Oh, leave that good stuff in there.
That's where all the heat is.
Yeah.
Oh, you're trying to kill me.
No, that's not going in yours.
Oh, all right.
You wanted green pepper, and I put a little poblano. I bought poblano, so you have just a little bit of heat.
Okay. You did say to get 6 of these, right? 6 or should I?
All of them.
All right.
I may not put it all in. Jalapenos are typically different strengths.
Okay.
It's not that you're making one that's different strength. It's just depending on time of year and the way they're grown, they are hot based on that.
Okay.
And I found ones that have these little lines.
Right.
Them are hotter.
Okay. There were a couple of them that had the lines. All right, this is the cilantro.
I'm going to have to show you how to cut cilantro, aren't I?
Yeah, I've never cut cilantro before. I would assume I could take the ones that have slightly black leaves on them out.
It's fresh. Don't worry about it.
It's okay to have
Oh,
black
it's
leaves?
great.
All right.
When you do the cilantro, you want to grab it and like roll it so it gets tight.
Okay.
And then you
Okay.
can stop down by the end of the stem. And roll it up tight, and then just.
That tight enough?
Yep. Well, it helps. It helps hold it together. Otherwise, you're trying to chop little leaves. You know.
Right. Oh, I like the sound of that. I like the feel of it. It has a nice, crisp cut. Yeah, I have never used cilantro in anything.
I love the smell of it.
I'm agreeing with you right there. This is a great experience.
That's why I bought another thing, because I didn't figure you would buy more than one bunch of cilantro. I put a lot of cilantro in my pico because I love cilantro. My mother hates it.
Okay, now, just for S and G's. All right, raw, it's not much. It must do something to enhance the flavor of the other items.
Scent. Your taste buds are
Well, yeah, that's
controlled
true.
by scent.
That is very true. All right, I think that looks up pretty chopped up pretty good. Now, is this going in our big bowl or is it staying off the side?
Put it in the bowl.
All right, in we go. Oh, you know, this really, really does smell awesome. I'm glad you talked me into doing this.
Oh, I mean last night when you were
I called you
asking me and begging me and telling me to come over and make my salsa.
Hey, I was making it look like you were really involved in this. All right. I think I should do that bunch too now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would put them all in. Like I told you, I love cilantro. A lot of people would only put the one bunch in batch this size, but I absolutely love it.
Okay.
Last onion.
What was that?
Last onion.
Last onion. Yeah, I'll tell you something. I bought an onion. I should have had used my onion chopper. You would have loved it. It would have made that so much faster, and we would have cried less.
No tears.
It's killing me. It's even making my nose run.
But then again, I eat onions like apples.
Well, yeah, that's true. My father-in-law, before he
Little bit of
passed
salt.
away, that's what he did. He'd take an onion and he'd bite into it just like an apple. As I've told you folks before, sharp knives mean everything. It also means you have to be careful, but you see how great, look at this. That's what you want.
Actually, a sharp knife is safer than a dull knife.
Correct.
Because a dull knife is going to cut you more than a sharp, due to the fact that
It'll
it's not
bounce
gonna-
off.
Yeah, it's not going to cut what you're cutting, and it'll slide off into you.
Yeah, I learned that lesson in Boy Scouts.
I learned it in the kitchen when it bounced off and hit me.
There you go. I won't tell you how many times I've done that. All right. There comes the cool machine. Oh, look at that. Interesting.
Here, have a whiff. Now your eyes will burn.
No, that actually wasn't so bad. The onions are worse. Bum, 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 bum. You know, that bowl's awful full. Should we switch to the bigger bowl to mix it better?
If you feel like it, yeah. You're going to have to rinse it out because the cucumbers are in it.
Oh, yeah, that's okay. I was a little concerned since we only had, you know, the small amount of tomatoes in that bowl. But once we added everything else, it looks like it's a pretty good batch.
Yeah.
So I can just dump this in here because it'll help start mixing it together anyway, right?
Correct. And the other reason why I do so much jalapeno is when you first start eating it, it's hot. But as the tomatoes break down, it cools it off. So I like to put more jalapenos in.
Okay.
Later, you know, like next day or whatnot.
Yes. All right. I know I don't need to mix this yet because I know we have more things to put in here because I see all these limes.
Gotta put lime in, a lot of lime.
All right. So. Do I cut the limes in half?
I'll show you. Couldn't find a juicer, so we're gonna do it by hand.
Right. I have a juicer somewhere. Have never used it since I moved in here. Probably put it in a box somewhere. We've lived in this house for, I think it'll be 13 years at the end of October.
You want to rinse yours off?
Do I want to or will I?
I don't know if you wanted to.
Okay. Start with a clean slate.
Now, when you do limes, the best way is you want to roll these things. And push down
Okay.
on it.
Really?
Yes. It'll get a lot more juice out a lot faster.
Okay.
Roll them around, you feel them getting softer.
Yes, I do feel that. See, the only thing I've ever used lime for was putting it in my diet beverages, because if you add lime to a diet beverage, it takes out a lot of your aftertaste.
And then you cut it in half.
Right?
And squeeze.
Okay.
I stick my thumbs in them. Some people use a fork. Could have rolled this one a little more.
Interesting. You know what I'm thinking about doing? Yep, I'm not reaching so far. I'll smush them in the bottom of the bowl here. Look at this.
There you go.
And I'm really getting juice out of them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, pretty cool. A little bit more. Now, when I was younger, I never really cared for limes. I like lemonade, never cared for limes. To me, limes had kind of a, not only were they tart, but they had some kind of a bite to them, whereas lemons were, well, obviously you add sugar to lemons to make lemonade, but even raw lemons to me are sweeter than limes. But once I learned that limes are great for cooking and adding to other things, I said, wow, what a concept. This one, you're right. That one could have used squeezing better. Or rolling better, I mean.
I put it in because, well, I put garlic in everything.
Yes, that's me too. I'm a huge fan of garlic.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't quite do that good enough, so I'm going to cut these in quarters. Get more squeeze out of it. Oh, look at that. Oh, I just squirted it into my eyes. Oh yeah, that's just like getting lemons in your eyes, no doubt. Actually, all right, what do we have next?
Well, basically separate it so I can put my heat in, and you can put your mild in.
Okay, well, we have 2 bowls here, so we just go right back into this bowl. You want a spatula?
You want a spatula? Spatula. I'll hold it up, half or whatnot. More if you want.
All right, that looks like about half.
Now here's where Scott cringes.
Yeah, well, I don't really cringe unless I'm actually going to be putting it in my face.
I'll use the spatula now because I don't want to get that into any little paper cut from work.
Okay.
We're going to be consuming it right away, so I did not, normally I won't put the salt in, because once you put the salt in, the tomatoes will start to deteriorate and get watery.
Which turns them into salsa. Somewhat. Okay, this is already mixed, so I don't have to do anything to this.
You're going to put your poblanos in.
Oh yeah! Almost. All right, stir the poblanos in. Do.
Now, I don't usually measure, so it's just all by taste. That's why I told you I didn't put all the jalapenos in. I didn't put all the lime in.
Right.
I didn't put all the salt I would normally put in and garlic because I wanted to know what it tastes like before.
Okay, what do we do now?
Taste test.
We haven't put any garlic in here yet.
Yes, I did.
Oh, you snuck it in there when I wasn't looking.
Yes, I did.
Okay, so chips. Chips are here. They're even open already. 1 chip for you, and 1 chip for me. Oh, I see these are corn chips. These look interesting.
Mm-hmm. If you think it's too mild, you can put 1 spoon of the jalapeno and mix it. That's why I mince it so small with the osterizer.
Right.
So that it's tiny.
See, it's very fresh tasting, but I've never had Pico De Gallo. I've always had salsa. And to me, salsa is a lot of tomatoes. It's very tomatoey, and it's very juicy. This is more like al fresco, you know, very fresh. It does taste very good, but I don't taste the garlic at all.
It's only a hint, and like I said, I don't measure, so you add a little more.
Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit more because I do like garlic.
Correct. You just all recipes are like that.
That's right.
If you follow the book, it's going to be plain Jane. You go
Yes.
for your taste. So
The book is made to please the masses. In other words, it's like most of your American beers, like Miller and Budweiser and Coors and stuff like that. Most people do not find them offensive. Anybody can drink them, and it's a beer. But you know, you start getting into your Nuclearis beer, which is, in my opinion, one of the better ones around. Not just because it's from Wisconsin, but they have Spotted Cow, which is on tap around here. But they have a blend called Totally Naked. Oh my goodness, it is so light and refreshing. On a hot day, it's fantastic. A little bit of salt. And actually, I will take a little bit of your jalapeno, or your jalapeno.
you should put a little bit in, mix it around. That's what I said. You don't do it all at once. You just mix it, and
Right.
you're going for your taste.
All right, give it another good blend. Mix it around, stir, stir, stir,
I
stir.
blend it really good. That'll get the jalapeno juice mixing with the lime,
Yes.
so you won't have it out front and center.
All right. More chips.
Just
1 for you,
one for me.
and 1 for me. All right. Let's get some stuff on there, see? Over here.
I always prefer this when I'm at a Mexican restaurant over the salsa.
Now I got the heat.
Now you got some heat.
Mm-hmm.
Now mine can use some more.
The rest is all yours. There's enough in here for me.
You sure I can scoop out a
No,
couple of sips?
that's good enough. There's enough. My tongue's got enough burn on it right now. All right. Pico De Gallo, my friend Jim. Hope you enjoyed the show. This is Fun Guy's Kitchen. Remember, if you'd like a chance to win dinner for two and guest appearance on the show, on September 30th, we are going to be doing the drawing. All you need to do is subscribe to the show, and in any of the shows, comment, I want to win dinner. On September 30th, we will do a drawing. You have to be able to come to Delavan, Wisconsin. Doesn't matter where you are in the world, just you have to be willing to come here. And you don't have to be here right away. We can plan this, up to a year in advance. If you can't make it till next summer, we'll do it next summer. It's no worries. All right? So once again, thank you for watching the show. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Thanks, Jim, for being here and showing me how to make the Pico De Gallo. Enjoy your day. This is Funguy The Entertainer cooking for you.